Bulls is, let me think, it's in Pamplona, I think in July or August.
Oh, so you have time to train.
I'm not going to do that. And I really think the whole bull situation here in Spain is quite controversial, and it's not
Yeah.
something I technically agree with. So, um,
Hey,
yeah,
it's
I
not
mean,
a
I
culture.
understand the tradition, but I also understand animal rights.
Yeah.
But they have a lot more things than just running with the bulls. They have, the
Yeah.
bullfighting, and then they have other things where they light the bull's
Yep.
horns on fire. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the poor bull doesn't know what's going on, and is scared. Um, so yeah, I mean, and they have a lot of celebrations with bulls, and I know it's
Yep.
tradition, but yeah, so that's kind of my foreigner opinion. And with that, welcome to class. We started mid conversation, but that's fine. So we're now live, and today we're going to be talking about accomplishing our goals. Now,
Ooh.
yeah, so I have kind of part of this is dedicated to the work side, and the ending is more dedicated to the personal side. As we've just started the year, as I've mentioned, I think 3 or 4 times already, we'll be focusing on goals this January. Yay!
All right.
So, um, I'd like to start out by saying one of my New Year's resolutions is to be less lazy. So I don't know, if you see something that needs to be done, that I do it in the moment and don't think, well, I'll do that later. I think that's kind of a Spanish mentality that I've picked up over the years, and I'd kind of like to get back to that. Not so lazy, or not, I'll do that tomorrow, I'll do it later. So good. Before we do that, actually, before we get into my advice today, would anyone like to share their goals or resolutions for this year?
I think mine. I want to learn Japanese.
Mm-hmm. And so, what level are you at now?
What would you say, Haruki? Like intermediate or Haruki's my teacher, so what would you say, Haruki? Like beginner? Haruki.
You're mute.
Uh,
Ken, you're mute.
I'm not a
Haruki,
Japanese teacher,
what would you say
so
my level of Japanese is? Like beginner or mute or?
beginner. Yeah.
But I'm progressing. I'm doing good.
Yeah.
the
But I'm not a Japanese teacher, so
Via
I,
Haruki, via Ken, yeah.
I'm not suitable for answer that question.
Well,
I
you
meant by your.
kind of are, because you do know what he knows, kind of, and what he doesn't know. The thing
Yeah.
with languages is that you could be at an intermediate level forever, and that's okay. And you can be understood. You can understand people. You can
Yeah,
communicate. You
yeah.
can do everything that you need, and still be at an intermediate level.
I'm
Like I think
progressing.
with
I say I'm progressing. I'm like in the middle.
Well, of course. I mean, I progress in Spanish every day, and it's been over 7 years. So,
Yeah, but
um,
Spanish is easier lesson language to learn than Japanese, Becky. Trust me.
it depends. I think. I mean, I'm not going to dispute, because I don't know anything about Japanese, except for that. Yes, it's difficult because it's different with the little designs, pictures. I don't know what to call them.
Characters. Characters.
Characters, thank you. So yes, of course, that would be difficult. As Ken has mentioned, it's all about memorization, and I
Mm-hmm.
can yeah. So that would be a difficult part. The difficult part in Spanish compared to English is the conjugations.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, like, there's different things as far as difficulty in all different languages. And so I think, I'm not saying one is more
Mm-hmm.
difficult than the other, but I've also heard that in Russian they have 11 past tenses.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I do. Do you know how you want to know how to say Happy New Year in Japanese, Peggy? Happy New Year in
sure,
Japanese is Akimashu medetou yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
that seems very long to say the
Akimashu
words.
medetou yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Very good.
It means
Well,
literally means happy. On the opening. Nice to meet you, or please be good to me.
okay. Interesting. Well, thank you for that culture tip today. I'm sure Ken appreciates that as well. So basically, accomplishing your goals and learning new languages. And like I was saying before, is that even if you're at an intermediate stage, it's okay. And even if
Mm-hmm.
you're at advanced stage, you're always learning.
Yeah.
So, so that's perfect. Elle, do you have any goals for this year?
Yeah, I think I do. I think
What are
I,
they?
just one thing. I want to improve my pronunciation. I want to improve my speaking. I like to
understand
speak better. But because maybe you get used of the foreigner accent speaking.
I have that same issue in Spanish. I have an American accent. They actually say that English people pronounce better in Spanish than American people do because of the way we pronounce our words, the vowels especially.
Oh.
So they can tell that not only am I an English speaker, but probably not British or, English in that case, which good, bad, ugly, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
But
as long as they understand.
Hello, the Americans here. So I can understand that. And what happens, Al, with me, I've gotten to a point that I don't care. Not that I don't care, but I don't take it to heart. It doesn't bother me if I say something, if I mispronounce something, I should say. There's, for example, in Spanish, even today I was speaking to someone and they have some words. I'm just going to write them. There's tinto, tinta, and tinte. Okay, so 3 words, and one word is different one letter is different at the end. The first one refers to maybe red wine. Okay, the next one, tinta, I think is ink. Ink. It could be ink from a pen or squid ink. I think.
Yum.
I think. And then the last one is for your hair.
Like a thin hair.
Yes, I dye my hair. This is tinte.
No, wow. That's pretty good.
So, they're very specific, very similar, and it's like, well, wait a second. I mean, if I think about them individually, they're not difficult. It's in the moment when you're speaking, and this has happened to all of us. In the moment you're speaking, you say something incorrect. Even as a native speaker, we say things that are incorrect. Okay, and it just comes out. So I've learned to accept the fact that I'm never going to be perfect at Spanish. My pronunciation will always have an American accent, and I can communicate. So
you
are very good.
Yeah.
Person.
Becky, I have a success story from yesterday.
Okay, cool.
I was talking on Skype. I was talking to this girl from Indonesia, and she has a problem with her TH. So I wrote down a sentence and she was able to pronounce. After I wrote it, she was able to pronounce the TH perfectly. She was like, "Wow, thank you." Okay.
It's quite difficult. I've actually done, and Ken has been there for the class because he's in all of my classes. About the TH, and there's 2 different sounds actually for the TH, and that is difficult. So if you think, for example, that or tooth. So there's that, which has more of a D, Z sound. Hi, Anna, and then tooth is a very TH sound. There's really 2 different sounds too. So it's one of those things that actually Thomas, the creator of Nintendo, wanted me to focus on because for Germans it's very difficult to pronounce that. So, it's challenging.
TH sound is the foreign most speakers, most other language speakers, very distinctive English only sounds, I guess.
And as for pronunciation,
a lot about. At the beginning, I couldn't even imagine the tongue position. Oh my gosh! I need, kind of. How can I say the teeth? Cut the teeth.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's one of the important things. I had a friend study an English certification, and he said, "What is this pronunciation? Why do I need to learn where your tongue goes?" Well, if you think about it,
hey, Anna.
It's very important.
Hello.
So,
Vrlo dobro. Hvala na pitanju.
Kako ste, Luana? I'm sorry.
We've become an international class with Jamie, so.
When I first met Ken, his English was developing, and over the years since we've taught each other, I think he's progressing quite well.
Yeah, no, Ken, I remember years ago, and I don't know how many years now, but Ken's been also in this class for a long time as well, and I definitely have noticed an improvement as well.
Definitely.
So,
Almost native. Almost native.
yay!
Thank you, but
I was like, Ken, come on, it's your turn to say something now.
Yeah. He's shy.
Yes, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's a Japanese thing.
Yes, I'm sure it is. So actually, now that
Japanese.
Anna is in the next position here, we're talking about achieving or accomplishing our goals. So do you have a goal for this year or New Year's resolution or anything?
I think the same every year to lose some weight.
Lose some weight. To lose some weight.
That's one of my examples, so hold on.
That's a good one.
Wait till the end of class. I've got some good examples for you. That's fine. So that's perfect. That's part of mine this year as well. Ken, what about you? What do you have for us this year?
By the end of this year, I will have progressed English
In English.
more better.
That's what I'm here for.
Especially, future perfect, I practice a lot, so maybe I can.
But you practice those conditionals.
Conditionals and tenses, English tenses, past perfect tenses is very difficult. Also, past perfect, progressive, and English tense is much.
All right, so I know I'm doing the past simple tense in a couple of We'll start there, okay? You just send me a message with what one you want me to do.
You think English is hard to understand here, Ken? Wait, where Becky's from, they sound a little different. They go like, I can't do the Wisconsin accent, but it's a bit weird. No offense, Becky.
No, it's different, and I can appreciate that because, for example, I know the word "can" and I've researched this a little bit. I think I've even sent a video a long time ago. It's about the pronunciation difference between the British and American English, and what happens, especially where I'm from, and I know I've mentioned this, the A and the O is really over pronounced in our area, and so when I say "can," you see this "eh." In between the A and the N.
Yeah.
Exactly. Can. The word backpack. I know it's not as strong as, my accent is not as strong as it used to be, okay? So backpack, if you look back how wide my mouth actually is when I say this, it's the O's and the A's. So yeah, it is different, but I think the Southerners in the United States sound a little bit stranger than I do, so.
I've been to both areas.
Pronounce A sound very strong, like can or yeah, Japan. I heard.
yeah, that sounds like me. Some people will repeat after me, and I will admit this. I have people who repeat things exactly like me. It's like, do I sound like that? Yeah, I guess I probably do. So I think the accent is stronger than I think it is, but it really has diminished over the years of being a teacher and learning how to pronounce a little bit more clearly and enunciate the words and say the T's and the D's. So yeah, when I go home, I don't sound like a Wisconsinite anymore, just so you know. It is quite different. So good. So we've all said something about our goals. Let's go to what I have for us today. Just 1 second. Where is it? Here it is. Ta-da! So reach for the stars, accomplishing goals. Okay. So again, today what I have is we can read. Also, I have some things that are underlined, and we'll talk about what those mean. Yes, well, reach for the stars is kind of the title too, but it is something that I want to talk about. So, Jamie, if you could let the others answer first, I would appreciate that.
Of course. Yeah.
Because you probably know everything.
I wouldn't say that.
Reach for the stars. Well, all of the expressions we'll see today, you should know. Reach for the stars. Reach for the stars. What does that mean?
Take the star. Take-
Okay, kind of. So yes. What about the meaning of this?
Okay.
Okay, not just what the sentence says, but the meaning.
Achieving the goal.
Exactly. Reach for the
Eagle.
stars basically means reach for your goals. Go
Yeah,
for what
yeah.
you want. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's really important that we all do that. Okay. So reach for the stars. That's why I have a lot of black stars. I love the color black. So
Because your hair. Because of your hair, right?
well, it's actually brown. I don't look good with black hair, but thank you. Yeah, it's dark. So I think we'll start with Ken today for reading. We'll start at the opposite side. And so Ken, could you please read this for us?
Okay. Achieving personal and work goals are very important for both ourselves and companies or those around us. So let's make this year one to remember.
Okay. Excuse me. I mean, I just drank some water. It went down the wrong tube a little bit. So,
Don't drown.
yeah. So those around us, what does this refer to? It's not a very specific phrase. So what do we understand from that?
Maybe people are related to that.
Okay, related. I'm not sure about related, but people.
Our
Anyone
friends
else?
and our friends and our family, basically.
Exactly. Yep. Those around us are those people who are close to us. Okay.
Yeah.
And it could be friends, family. It could be coworkers, anyone near us, basically, and that could be not just physical but emotional. Okay. And then we have the phrase, let's make this year one to remember. It's kind of like a phrase that we just say, but do we understand this is really my question. Thanks, Jamie. Anyone?
It's something like let's make this year like whatever you do your best, and then everyone will remember you.
Kind of. It's really let's make some put some effort into this year to make it a very great one to remember, basically.
Yeah, do something this year that you'll remember for the rest of your life, basically.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And say, I mean, I look at last year and I can say, wow, 2018 was a year of travel for me. My husband and I traveled a lot. So that year it will be memorable for me. Okay. So good. All right. So Anna, setting goals. All right. Do you think you could read this for us?
Yes, of course. Setting goals. The first step in this process is to know the goal. How can you accomplish something without knowing what you want to accomplish? So write down your end goal. For example, get a promotion. Now, this isn't only up to you, but if you know there is an opening and you want it, here's how you can set smaller goals first.
Okay, so this is my business example, is getting a promotion. What do you want to do? It could be getting a promotion, getting a different job, etc., etc. But I thought, hey, let's focus on getting a promotion, because why not? I think everyone, who doesn't want more money, okay? Really. Any questions here about the words, the sentences, anything like that? No? Okay, so one of the phrases that I like, it actually comes from a different thing that I've heard before, is how can you accomplish something without knowing what you want to accomplish? Okay, so you can't really get somewhere if you don't know where you want to get. Okay, is kind of what it's saying here. So you can't be successful in life if you don't know what success you want to accomplish. Okay, Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, good. No, it's a complicated sentence. That's all. And that's the most important, is knowing what you want and going for it. All right, so now we have think small, dream big. And Elle, this is for you, and I do have to move down to the page.
Okay, think small, dream big. They say step by step, or slow and steady wins the race. and it's true. So how can you set small goals and accomplish those? Doing it this way, you can eventually get to the big goal and focus on its smaller goals now.
Okay. So good. So any questions for, I have some things underlined here that we need to discuss. Maybe we'll start with that. So think small, dream big. The title of this part. Can anyone explain that? Have you heard it before?
Should I go or no? I'll wait for the others first, then I'll look.
Yeah, maybe let them think for a second.
Yeah.
Think small. It like think small. Like it mean like if you have a big goal, if you have a big dream, think small. It like a do step by step.
Exactly. It's exactly what I was saying in here. You might have a huge goal of, let's say, becoming a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. But becoming a doctor doesn't happen in 1 year or 2 years.
No.
It takes a long time. And so you have to think of, okay, what's the first thing I have to do? Look at colleges, universities, where you want to go, what you have to study, looking at the financial situation. Is it possible? Is it not possible? How can you do that? And from there, you go step by step with this. And that's what I'm saying is step by step is, okay, the first step is this. Then step 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you get to step 20, and maybe that means it's graduation.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I also have slow and steady wins the race. Any ideas what this refers to?
Slow and steady wins the. You have to like don't do. You shouldn't do something.
Don't rush it.
Rush. Yeah, rush it. Don't rush it. You have to do like depend on your pace, and then it depend on your pace, and then you will get your goal eventually.
Exactly. So what's a word like steady, for example? What could steady mean? Because that depends on the context.
Steady, you have to do something that you have to confident to do it.
Okay. Jamie, do you want to explain the word steady in this context? Because
carefully, you know. That comes from a fable, actually, from Aesop. It's called The Rabbit and the Tortoise and the Hare.
Exactly. I was going to mention that. There's a very famous story of the tortoise and the hare. Could you explain what happens? So, well, first let's explain what a tortoise. A tortoise is very similar to a turtle, and a hare. Oh, Jamie said goodbye. And a hare is HARE is very similar to a rabbit. Okay. Basically, as Jamie has. Well, first, has anyone heard of that? The tortoise and the hare.
No.
Yeah. I thought, right?
Right. And what happened?
Kind of turtle won in the end.
But what happened? What's the story a little bit? Do you remember it?
Maybe turtle was slow and steady win.
Exactly. So
yeah.
So the hare or the type of rabbit basically was like, oh, I'm so much faster. I'll take a nap. I'll run. At the very end, not a problem. And I don't remember exactly what happened, but the hare didn't win because I think it fell asleep and didn't wake up or was overconfident, basically. And the hare ended up winning because it was slow and didn't stop. It continued. It was a constant speed. Okay. So that's basically what this means is it's better to do things carefully instead of quickly and rush through it like Elle and Jamie had mentioned. Okay. So very good. So think small, dream big. So have a big dream, but do it step by step, basically. Okay. Any questions?
Nope.
No.
All right. Good. I like that. So, so back to Ken. Imagine yourself achieving your goal. This is actually quite important.
You should visualize yourself in this new job. That way you will be motivating yourself to get there.
Yeah.
Try and learn any new tasks that might be helpful for the position. You can also speak to someone who is already doing the position to get some inside information. Having something to remind you of your goal or the job position is a great idea. It will keep you focused. And they say if you can't imagine yourself doing it, then you won't.
That's
You
it.
won't.
Finished. All right, good. So, hi, Jamie. We did tell the story. We talked about the story while you disappeared.
Sorry.
That's okay. So, imagine yourself achieving a goal. Now, you might not think this is important, but as this paragraph explains, as Ken read, it is important. Because if you think something is impossible, you don't think it would work for you, then it's not going to happen. You need to have confidence in order to get this. Okay? So do you have any questions, comments about anything in here? I should have asked about inside information, which I'll do. What is inside information?
Maybe you can also speak to someone who is already doing the position. This person know the inside information, and then you can get it from this person. Inside, like if you want to do the job in the marketing, and then you have to talk to someone who's working in that position.
Yeah.
Exactly. Jamie, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, so like if you're learning a language, to talk to a native speaker and see how you're doing, for example.
Exactly. There's a lot of things you can do, especially if in this case we're referring to the work and the more business goal. Look at what they do, try and learn what they need to do. That way you can start getting used to those terms, that job, things like that. And that will also be very helpful. So if you get to the point of having an interview, you're kind of prepared. You at least know what to expect. So that's good. Jamie, do you want to read or not? You can decide.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you read the step-by-step planning?
Step-by-step planning.
Excuse me.
That's when you should write down your realistic short-term goals. For example.
All right, 1 second. Actually, Anna, you had a question? Sorry, Jamie.
Never mind. I just wanted you to read this word,
Visualization?
Visualization.
Yes, that I had in mind. Okay, thank you.
Thanks for that mini tongue twister. All right, sorry, Jamie, let's start again.
That is when you should write down your realistic short-term goals. For our example, this could include find out work tasks, speak to someone in around the position, speak to HR for information on hiring someone, talk to someone in the department, apply for the job internally. Look up any words you might need for the job or interview.
Okay, good. So we do have a little asterisk here. I want to ask you about the word internally. If anyone knows what that means, apart from Jamie, please.
Of course.
Apply for the job internally. Intern is from intern? Oh no.
No, not really.
Intern is something inside. So
Yes.
Something inside is a good idea. Ken?
Maybe sometimes company hire people not for according to their kind of inside offer, not public offer.
Exactly, and that's what I'm talking about here. Jamie, do you want to tell us what it is while I move this down?
Yeah, like from the inside, exactly, from someone who's already there.
Yep, that's kind of it. I mean, there's really not much more. As Ken said, it's not public, so they might not might not put this information out to the entire world, but they'll do it internally, because some companies prefer to hire internally, as they know it's someone that has already gone through the hiring process. The hiring process also costs money, but at the same time, if it's for an upper level job, why not give that position to someone who has been with the company for a couple of years? Because you build trust and confidence. That way you can hire someone for the other position that's maybe lower, okay? Or that could also be an internal situation as well. So it just depends, of course. But here, do you have any questions with anything that Jamie read here? The step-by-step planning. Okay. And again, these are just very basic things that I thought of to put in here. Of course, there could be more things you could do, more detailed, less detailed, etc., etc. But in general, to have a plan. Okay. Good. All right. Well, then I'll move down here. So it goes back to Anna, as we kind of skipped you. And that's it. Write everything down.
You want to also make sure you write all of your progress down. By doing this, you can see your progress, where you are and what you still need to do. This will mentally keep you on your toes and focused. Keep an agenda with information about what you did in order to keep your short-term goals in check.
All right, so give me the things underlined here. Thank you for reading that. Any questions, or would anyone like to answer what we have underlined?
Yeah, I have no idea. Try to think. Try to think. Keep on your toes and focus. Keep on your toes.
Okay.
I don't know.
So keep you on your toes would be something like you are preparing for the race, and then you are in a pre-position for starting the race. Maybe something like that. Or
Right. I like that explanation. As a physical, now we have to apply this to a mental situation as something else. But any other ideas?
Pay attention.
Okay. Yeah. Pay attention. Be alert. Something like that. Jamie, do you have anything to add?
Jamie left.
He's gone.
Oh, did? Oh, he left again. Sorry. I'm trying not to move far from this. Okay. So basically, keep you on your toes means, yes, be prepared, be alert. Make sure you're focused on something. Okay. So there's that. And then in check, this is something that I wasn't going to put in, but I wanted to. Okay. So it says, keep your short-term goals in check. What could that mean?
under supervision, what you've done so far.
I like that. I would also say under control. So you have it controlled. You think, oh, well, I need to talk to this person. Well, I talked to this person, but it's not the same. So I need to continue to looking for the correct person. Something like that. Under control, under supervision is perfect.
So your goal is not yet finished, but it's in the process. Something like that.
Exactly. This is something that you do in the step-by-step process of, okay, so on Monday, I spoke with this person. Monday, I also sent an email to this person, asking for information. Or Tuesday morning before work, I went to HR and I talked to them about potential openings here at the job. There's a lot of things that you can do. That way, if you have any question, when did I do that? Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Because things happen. Life happens and we forget and we get confused, and then you think something happened and it didn't, and then, you want everything to be clear. So write it down. Questions or comments?
No.
No.
All right. So who's next? Al, is it your turn?
Yes.
You get another divided paragraph. So keep tabs on yourself, which of course I'm going to ask what keep tabs is, but keep tabs on yourself.
This is a personal goal for you, and only you are the only one to make sure you get there. So look back at your goal list and make sure you are doing everything you should. Life happens. We get busy. we forget, and our goals are then left behind. We need to work hard in order to succeed, and this is no different.
All right, good. So keep tabs on yourself. Keep tabs is the basic phrase. Does anyone have any idea?
Keep tabs. Like a checklist.
Sure.
Like an in check, like the previous explanation that you just did with the in check.
Okay,
it's
well, that's one.
Similar, right?
Yes, to keep tabs. Yes, it is. Anyone else have any ideas or suggestions? Ken, I don't hear you cooking today. This is, I would say, to monitor, to keep an eye on, to check.
Okay, yeah, I see.
To control something. Okay. To supervise. Again, keep tabs. I don't even know where this comes from, but to keep tabs is just, again, to be sure that you're doing everything you should be, because as it says in the first sentence, you are the only one to make sure you get there. No one else is going to be there and say, hey, did you talk to this person? Are you doing this? Are you looking at that? No, you are the only person to, help accomplish your goals if you really want to get there. Okay. As I said, and this says, life happens. We get busy, we forget, and our goals are then left behind. So what is this left behind?
Left behind. So you forget to finish. You forget to do it.
All right, and we also have an expression. It's to put it on the back burner. Okay. So what have we heard this expression before? It's the same meaning, to get left behind, kind of to be forgotten. Yeah. Do you know why or what this refers to? The back burner.
Maybe you. Okay, go ahead, please, Anna.
I think that it's related to a past electric oven or something like that, or an old oven where the temperature was very low on the back, and that was used only for heating or keeping the temperature, but not so.
You did very well. I like that. Yeah, I think you did. You expressed it very well, and it's something that I was going to say. I think it's the stove. We would call the stove the top part of the oven. Well, normally here in Spain, we have a stove and an oven are separate. So,
I wanted to say stove, yes.
And in British English, I think it's the cooker.
Cooker, yes, cooker. So okay. It's for the delay eating, or to delay your lunch or something like that, and then you leave it on the back side of the cooker, only to keep it heated,
warm,
warm for later.
Yeah, good. Does anyone else have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I think it's Anna already. It's something that you already you are doing it, and then you finish is in the middle of the job, and then you have another thing come in, and maybe this the one you just did in the middle of the job, not like it's not something that you have to do it right now. You just stop doing it and do another thing that's very important.
Exactly. Ken, have you heard this before?
No, never.
Really? I'm surprised. So basically, yes, the back burner is that you postpone something, that you do it later. So to put it on the back burner is to do it later, kind of forget about it. And that's what we're talking about with the goals. It happens, I would say, between February and March. Let's say 70% of the people with New Year's resolutions will have put those resolutions on the back burner because they get back into life. They've got things to do, things that are more important, and they get left behind. Okay. Very good. All right. So let's see here. Well, Elle read that one. So Ken, I had to think. Ken, could you read this one, please?
Okay. Falling short. If you aren't able to control your short-term goals or get a bit lax on the whole situation, get help. Speak to friends, significant other, co-workers, etc. There will be someone willing to help you with this goal.
All right, and I'm looking at the speak to friends, your significant other. Actually, significant other would be a good one to ask about too. I guess I forgot to. I looked behind. No, I just forgot. Okay, so falling short. So if you're not able to control your short-term goals or get a bit lax, what's get a bit lax?
Get stuck.
I'm sorry?
Get stuck.
Okay, get stuck.
No.
Not my exact favorite
Okay.
expression.
Or maybe you couldn't finish your job on time, and then that's why you have to get help.
Okay. All right. Anyone else have suggestions on what the word lax or to get a bit lax?
Lax means, how can I say, to lose or something?
To lose. I wouldn't say that necessarily.
Okay. Maybe on this contest, maybe how can I say, has a difficulty to control.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Anna, do you have any suggestions for us?
Lex, I found it right now in the translator.
She's cheating. It does say loose, doesn't it?
Yes, a bit.
Okay, well, so Ken, yes, technically, I suppose you're fine. But I would prefer to use the word relaxed because you kind of forget. You're like, oh, yeah, whatever. Okay, blah, blah, yeah. So maybe, in the term loose, it's the opposite of being tight in the fact that you're very strict, maybe. Like I said, loose wouldn't be my favorite word for this specific situation. But to get a bit lax is kind of to get lazy, basically.
Oh,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's maybe the phrase. Maybe it's not just the word to get a bit lax. Yeah, to be relaxed, basically.
But people don't use it a lot,
where
right?
you live. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, I never heard about it.
Well, people in Wisconsin use this. I don't know what to tell you, but a bit lax. It could be a bit relaxed, but I don't know. Maybe it hasn't gotten there yet. But it's kind of an older word as well, so maybe that could be it. So yes. So if you kind of put it on the back burner, don't focus on your goal. Basically, is what it's trying to say. So then it says, speak to friends, your significant other. What's a significant other? Any ideas?
Wife or husband or, such relationship people.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, whatever you want, the person that you love, basically. Okay. So it's a general term that we use to say that, because I don't know if you have a husband or a wife or a partner or whatever you want to call that person, a general term is significant other. Okay. So, let's go down. Oh no. Okay. So now let's take a look at another goal that is quite common, losing weight. So Anna, you wanted to read this anyway.
That's my thing.
Right. This is our goal. So why don't you read this little paragraph and then we'll look at the steps, okay?
Mm-hmm. First, you must know how much you currently weigh and how many kilos you want to lose. Then you can begin to set your goals.
Again, it's very important to know your specific goal, all right?
Here is an example. write down your goal, sign up at a gym, buy new clothes, motivation. I've got an old one which doesn't fit, so.
Not good. Not good. Buy new clothes.
Just one clothes. Sorry.
Okay. Talk to a friend. Some people need extra support.
I think that's it. Oh, no, I lied. Wait. All right. Actually, why don't we have Elle read the rest of these, okay?
Okay.
Write down times that worked out well for you to go classes or to use a machine's weights. Start the next day. Everyone say Monday, but why wait? After going to the gym, write down what you did, how long you were there, how you felt, etc. If you stop going as much as you would like, your note should pinpoint why you've lost motivation. Have fun.
Good. So pinpoint, I'll just say, is to tell you the exact reason, okay? So let's go to the top again. So what do you think about these? Anna, are these helpful for you?
This is for you.
I do something similar, but.
Good. Well, all of these, and again, these are just my ideas. It's not, I mean, for me, as far as the actual goal of how much I want to lose, I don't care. But I know where I want to be in my head, and that's enough for me. I'm already signed up at a gym. I have new clothes. I actually recently had to buy new clothes because the old ones are a bit old. So they still fit, but they're ripping. I've used them so much. I don't need a friend to talk to, so that's fine for me. I actually started going to the gym. It will be 2 years ago on Valentine's Day. So like I said, it doesn't matter what day you start. Everyone said, okay, Monday I'm going. But I think people get worried and like, oh, Monday, I have a meeting. I have to do this. I have to, and so just go tomorrow. Okay. Forget about Monday. Exactly. And then it's also important, I think, for me personally, no, but for some, it's important to write down what you did. That way you can actually say, hey, look at all that effort I put into the gym that day. I did a lot. I was exhausted. Kind of like me today. My body hurts. Tomorrow I think could be worse. So it's that moment of, I really did work hard, and you don't deserve an ice cream, because they say people who work out actually have a worse diet than those who don't, for losing weight purposes. Because you think, well, I went to the gym for an hour today. I deserve ice cream. Well, I didn't go to the gym today. I don't deserve ice cream. So they don't eat it. And there's a difference of being overweight physically and inside as well. So any comments there, Anna, for those steps? Do you think that'll help?
Yes, I've done some similar things so
Good.
far. So it's not the first time I'm meeting those kind of ideas. So I think that this time I got some lax on the whole situation, and that's why
that happens.
I'm overweight a few kilos.
Well, that's okay. Sometimes it's best to be a little bit overweight, it's life too. If you want that cookie, eat it. I'm a big fan of eating healthy, but also, living your life. We only live once. Eat that cookie, that brownie, that ice cream. Right. Do what you want.
Reward yourself sometimes.
Exactly. We deserve those things. We deserve to be happy, and if that cookie makes you happy, eat it. Okay?
Every day.
Do you know what I've learned? If you have one cookie, that sensation of I want another is still going to happen if you eat 5 or 10 cookies. You're still going to want another. So I've learned that many years ago. So it actually helps. I can eat a piece of chocolate this big and I'm satisfied. If you suck on it, it lasts longer.
Basically, I eat everything, but as long as I do some exercise every day, I can eat anything I want.
Exactly. It's a balance, you have a really great day, you did a lot of exercise, you ate really healthy. Another day, tomorrow I might not. You never know. So enjoy life, but also, if you want to lose weight, you do have to put some. You need some restrictions. So
Yeah.
I want to get Ken's opinion in here. Ken, do you have anything to say about that? Or
No, yes.
Ken's like, whatever the women want, that's fine. Thanks, Ken, for your support. So, well, we are at the end of the class today, so hopefully today was motivating. What I want to do for next class, we'll be back to our normal schedule. Finally, the holidays are over. Kind of, for me anyway. I'm not going to celebrate the 3 wise men this weekend, and I'm so Christmased out. So Monday we'll be back to business and about small talk. We've done a small talk class before, but I want to talk about another one, another way. And then, what is this? Wednesday, goals again. Why people set goals and fail. All right, so I'm not going to let anyone fail in the month of January at least. So we'll get the motivation up. We'll get into a habit. You need 21 days to set a habit, to make something a habit for you. So we'll keep you through those 21 days with motivation. So very good. And that's it. So thanks for coming. I hope you were motivated today to do something and to do something better at least. And thanks for coming. I love having all of you here. And that's it. And Ken, say hi to Jamie when you see him next, okay? He disappeared once again. So, bye, Jamie.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Okay, thank you.
See you on Monday, okay? Bye.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.